Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at Brianne De Chateau or Ribrianne, and we're going to see just how good she is after her Extreme Z Awakening on DBZ Dokkan battle. So basically Brianne or Ribrianne, as she is known, is basically a initial transforming unit, so she immediately transforms. So we're going to see just how good she is. Now in terms of leader skill, she has 150% Pepe Gals or transformation boost, surprisingly a very good leader skill. It being just Pepe Gals is maybe, or Pepe Gals at 150% is maybe a little bit low, but it's actually a pretty good combo skill. Then in terms of her super attack effect, she's got a pretty nice super attack effect. She now raises attack and defense permanently, which I think overall is actually pretty cool. She also seals super attack, which is a great effect to have. It just helps with events like ESBR, SBR, etc. Then in terms of passive, she has attack and defense of 140% with an additional attack and defense of 20%, and all enemies attack and defense of -10% up to 30% per Pepe Gals category ally on the team. She gives all Pepe Gals category allies 2 key, attack and defense of 30%, and she launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when the target's in attack down or defense down, and also additional chance of another super attack when the target enemy is stunned or sealed. In terms of the rest of her, she's Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, the Innocent Signature Pose, More Than Meets the Eye, Torment of Power, and also Shattering the Limit. And then she also has, of course, the pretty nice categories of Pepe Gals: Space Traveling Warriors, Special Pose, Transformation Boost, and Universal Survival Saga, which is pretty good overall. So we're going to take a look at just how good she is and see just how well she does. So obviously I have her rainbowed, which I think does help. She is a unit that's going to have some pretty nice stats when rainbowed. Also, I think it's going to help with her stacking. Generally speaking, stacking is improved when you have higher base stats. You just stack faster, etc., which is pretty good overall. Yeah, otherwise she runs under the Pepe Gals team. I think that is, generally speaking, her best team. But she's also pretty solid on Universal Survival Saga as well, so you could definitely run her on that. Like I said, Ribrianne transforms straight away, so you never really see the Brianne De Chateau transformation, or well, form, I should say, in practice, but that doesn't really matter too much. In terms of defense, 311,000 is pretty high and pretty good. Obviously this is pretty much damn near the perfect rotation for her defensively. She has full links with the strength Ribrianne, and she's getting a 120% support passive for defense from the Chi-Chi. So overall she's looking pretty solid, I would say, at least on the surface of it. Raw defense numbers are looking pretty good. Attack numbers also looking pretty damn high, and I would say she's just good. She's been boosted into the current meta. The stacking is really nice, so she's going to be great for a lot of events. I think can she do red zone? It is possible that she can do red zone. It's whether her team can do red zone, and I think it's still a little bit of a ways away from being able to do red zone. For example, her perfect pairing partner, Strength Ribrianne, is a good unit, but she could never handle red zone. Beyond that, maybe there's 1 or 2 Pepe Gals units that you would link her with, but even units like Chi-Chi, who are fantastic and is one of the units giving her this big level of support, it's still incredibly difficult to say that Chi-Chi can even do red zone. That is just how difficult red zone is as an event. But yeah, overall looking very solid. 311,000 is great. It will be probably a bit lower considering everything, but generally speaking, pretty good stuff. Attack stats are also pretty good. Sealing is a nice effect, so yeah, overall Ribrianne looking pretty solid. I think she's looking really good. I think she's looking fairly consistent. Again, here we can see good defense stat, over 300k. You can see it's gone up, so the stacking is definitely working at a very decent pace. And yeah, just in general, she's looking very solid. Another great attack stat. And overall, I think she's doing a fantastic job. I think, yeah, for me, I think her EZA was very good. I do think it's difficult to measure her Extreme Z Awakening because she's exceptional, and I think her team is quite improved. But I do think, it's difficult to take her into hard content because there's not too many units that can handle it. Also, she is technically, although Vidal is a great unit, she does only technically run this well under Vidal's lead, which is a little bit of a hindrance to her, I think. So that's really about it. But overall, in terms of Extreme Z Awakening, she is just, as I can see and as we can all see, pretty damn good. I think, for me at least, she's excellent. Now, in terms of her links, they are fairly solid. Tournament Power is going to help her with Universal Survival Saga, obviously very just strong link from that perspective. You've then also got the Battlefield Diva for the Pepe Gals team, so also obviously there. She has Sharing the Limit, which is a good key link, but is more for free-to-play units. But I mean, I guess, it is just how it is. Metamorphosis, the Innocent, Signature Pose, More Than Meets the Eye, are a fairly inconsistent link set that you probably struggle a little bit to get. I don't think it's going to be distinctively easy to get those links active, and that's where you struggle with. She's got some great linking partners. A lot of them are free to play, and a lot of them are a little bit poorly aged in terms of the current super hard content. Nice thing is she's got some great free to play options. If you look at Rosie, Kakunsa, they are all great, fantastic free to play options that you can run alongside her, which is awesome. But yeah, beyond that, generally speaking, you do struggle a little bit with finding, top tier running partners for her. There's Bulpan, who's decent but kind of wants more fusion units. There's like decent options, but generally speaking, or at least on the surface level of it all, I would say you're still somewhat limited in terms of who you can run her with for super hard content. Maybe in future there'll be another Ribrianne. Maybe when they bring out super easy A's, then they can easy A the strength one. But yeah, I think generally speaking, it's definitely a consideration, I would say, in terms of her overall ability. She's fantastic, but the question of whether you can run her as a unit in some teams is questionable. But for fun and for most of the content in the game that isn't Red Zone or Cell Max, she is a very awesome unit, and she's actually great for SBR, ESBR, things like that. So in general, I'm actually pretty happy with her EZA. I think it's awesome. I think they did a great job. The only hindrance to her is her team, more than the unit itself. The unit itself is fantastic. So yeah, I think overall you should be pretty happy with what you can do, and pretty happy with her as a unit. Like I said, she's fantastic. Just her team's a tiny bit wonky, but it did get buffed, and it is still very strong for a lot of content, so she's going to be looking great on that team, and she's going to provide an awesome amount of support to everyone on that team. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, see you guys in the next video. Bye.